Welcome to CFG Minis. This is part 2 of the first page of the BAMP, which is Build a Mini Project for, as I say, CFG, which is Crafty Fairy Godmothers, over on Facebook. Right, now in the last one we had got to this position. We'd put the flap on the front, made the base page. You should have the base page already made. Put the flap on the front and then these ones afterwards. Now the next thing you want to do, I'm going to go for chocolate. I'm going to be using 2 colours in mine, chocolate and craft. This is an A4 size. Now I want to cut this down to 9 by 8. So the 9 by 8. Throw that little bit away. Keep these little pieces because they can be used for tags. Right, now wait, scoreboard next. Now on the 9-inch side to the top, I am going to score at ½ inch, then put at 6 inches, but I think I'm going to go 6.5. Okay, I'm just going to flip that over and do it this side. So this is really quite strong. Oh. Quite strong cardstock, so it needs to go over a couple of times. Just put that out of the way. Then I'm going to fold this over, burnish it. Same with this one, and do it the other way too. Right, now what's going to happen here, I'm going to slip this. This is going to stick to our page here, and that's going to keep a flap, and then this is going to become a pocket, but we're going to leave that for now and I'll show you why later, but that's going to be a pocket. Okay, so we need to stick this to the base of this, so I'm going to run some double-sided tape down here. You could use wet glue, it's entirely up to you. I've been using a mixture. Right, now I'm going to taper these corners, not too much, just slightly. I'm going to remove the back of the tape, back into the tape. And I've got a little bit of glue, a little bit of tape that's overhanging. So only about 1/16 of an inch. So I'm just going to fold that over. Right the way along. Then I'm going to line that up. Make sure it's nice and folded. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the page base. There we go. Fold that over. Stick that down. Okay, that's what it looks like from the back. And as I say, that's going to become a pocket. Right, now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to add a zigzag flat pocket, whatever you want to call it, onto here. So what we need to do is we need another piece of cardstock, and for this I'm going to go back to my craft card. as I say, I haven't got any A4, so I'm using A3. So I need to cut this down. So I need a piece at, see, we've done that one, done that one, done that. 9.5 by 6.5. So I'm going to cut that at 6.5. And then I'm going to do it at 9.5. I just do that like that. Right, now scoreboard. And I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. And then, see, what does that leave me? That leaves me 9. I'm going to score at 4.5. I think that's right. So I'll just check that. I should have written, I haven't written them down. So 1/2, that's 9. Yeah. So actually it's going to be scoring at 5. You want to score at 1/2 inch and then at 5. So I'll flip it over and do it again. You might notice that I'm actually using, because my Martha Stewart score tool that comes with this is very blunt, and this isn't much good either. Right, so you want that, and then what we're going to do is fold this over, and then that's going to fold like that. Just check that I've got that right. Yeah, that's it. Okay, and back the other way, and that back the other way. Now what we're going to do is we are now going to put this under here, like that. Okay, so score tape. I'm not going to bother taping the corners because it's not right to the edge. So pull that off. Make sure there's no overhang of adhesive tape. Obviously if you're using wet glue you won't have to do this. Okay, and then I'm going to eyeball this. So actually saying eyeball, I'm going to use my grid. And I'm going to find the centre, which is there, and I'm going to line up that about there, and then I'm going to stick that down. Just going to flip that over, give that a good burnish, back again, and that is actually, you need to fold it that way. So I think that's how I've got it on the original. Oh look, folds that. Yeah, so it's that, what happens is that folds in like that over, that's it, like that. Got it right now. And then that comes across like that and holds that all in there nicely. So it's open, that opens, plenty of room for photos, closes down, and that folds over. And then what we're going to do, we're going to put a pocket on the front of here. So what we need to do for that, we need to measure this, which should be 4.5, and I'm going to get some cardstock, and I'm going to use a piece of this brown. Actually no, I'm not, I'm going to use craft. So we know that that's 4.5, so I need to cut it at 5.5. And the height, I think I will do at 3. So cut that down to 3. Actually, it should be 3. Yeah, 3 inches. I don't think there's any more, is it? Yeah, cut that down to 3 inches. Like that. Okay. Actually, no, it's not. Sorry, scrub that. It's not 4. It's not 5.5. It should just be the width, which is 4.5, wasn't it? Because we're going to put those edge pockets on. Yeah, so it's 4.5 by 3. Sorry, guys. 4.5 by 3. Right, and then what you're going to do is you're going to score at, see if this will work. You're going to score at 2.5. I'm going to fold that over. And then you're going to attach that to the back end of here. Now, you notice that it is going to be open there, but you will see what I'm going to do later on with the pocket. Actually, I'm going to fold it that way so it matches. So now what we want to do is to stick that to there. So once again, school tape. Finish it down. Peel off. And then we want to stick that on right to the edge. Like that. So that's going to become a pocket. Okay. Right, now what you want to do is flip the whole thing over and put it to one side. Now, the next one we're going to do is you're going to want to make another flap, and you're going to cut it at 8.5 by 6.5. So I'm going to use craft card again. I've got an odd bit here I'm going to use. So I'll just say that was 8.5 by 6.5. I might not be able to use that. Oh, because, right, okay. Sorry, 8 by 6.5. 8 by 6.5. And then what you're going to do is just score 1/2 inch down on one side. I'm going to use that one. So that's going to score down on one side. Fold over, burnish that crease. Then, right, then that's going to that's going to then sit on here like this. Okay, so you're going to want to put school tape or glue down this edge. You're going to want to tape your corners. And then you're going to stick this to the edge. So you're not, what you're doing, you're not sticking it onto where the binding edge is, you're sticking it on the other edge. Okay, it's the edge where this pocket is here. On here, so flip it right over. So you're now working on the back of the page, and you're going to stick that right on the edge like that. Okay, so then you've got another flap there. Now back to the brown. What we're going to do is you're going to cut 2 4 3/4 by 4 1/2. So that's 2 4 3/4 by 4 1/2. That's 4 3/4. Probably would have got it out the other if I'd done it the other way round, by 4 1/2. Right, now on the longest side, which is your 4 3/4, you're going to come in at 1/2 inch. I think that's right. Yeah, you're going to come in at 1/2 inch on both sides. Should be all of that for me. And again on the other side. Right, I'm going to do that on both pieces. So come in 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch again. There we are. Right, and you're going to fold both ways, unless of course your cardstock's thinner than mine. You'll only need to do it probably once. Okay, right, now what you're going to do is you're going to put school tape down on both sides of your tabs. Okay. Now you're also going to need to start to get yourself a round paper punch, because we're going to put, before we stick this down, what we want to do is to put a 1/2 inch for pulling, you know, the tabs. So I'm just going to mark the centre, which is, whoops, hang on, which is there, and I'm just going to mark it about here, because I'm going to be covering it with paper, so it doesn't matter. And I'm going to line that up. Needs to be a little bit higher. And you're going to punch out a semicircle. Lay the other one over the top, and then just mark that centre. Exactly the same on the other side. Like that. Now we need to bring over our page. Now these are now going to stick on here like that and form pockets. Okay, so what I like to do is to line up the first one, flip it round, and I'm going to come down about 1/2 inch and then stick down, fold over, and exactly the same on the other side. Flip it round, and you're going to repeat the same process on the other side. So you're going to come up about 1/2 inch. Actually, should have done it that side first because I want to line it up with the other side. So I'm going to stand up for this because I need to be able to look down. So that is actually right on there, like that. Now if you want to, what you could do before you stick these pockets down, you could cover your page with your designer paper first if you like. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, now there's just one more piece to go on here, and that is you're going to cut it at 1/7 by 5, and I'm going to use my craft card. Cut that off. Seven by 5. And you can make your flaps and your pockets as big as you like. This is just to give you an idea. And then you're going to score at 1/2 inch on the short side. So I'm going to use come in this side, and it's 7, so it's going to be there, like that. Oops, put that in there, I'm going to lose that. Fold it. And then we're going to put adhesive down. And then this is going to attach itself to, as it goes to the inside. So fold it over, and then you're going to attach it to the underside of your binding gap here. You can put it anywhere you like on the page. I'm going to pop it in the centre, roughly in the centre. Just a little bit away, whoops, a little bit away from the score line, the fold, so you can fold it over nicely and stick it down. And that folds like that, and that's like that. So flip it over, and you now have, go down so you can see, front flap opens. This then does this. Then that opens like that. It's going to be a pocket there. And you have your here, as well as your pocket here. Then that folds over. You have a large mat here for photos. Then you flip it over, and you have this one, 2 pockets there, and that one. But feel free to add whatever else you like. Okay, guys. That is page 1. I'll see you very soon for page 2. If you've got any questions, you know where to find me. Bye.